Welcome to this splash guide on writing a conclusion. The conclusion comes at the end of your essay and should make up around 10% of your overall word count. A key part of the conclusion is to summarize your main argument by reminding the reader of the key points you made throughout your assignment. As the final part of your essay, it's important that you leave your reader with a good impression that wraps up the key tenets of your work. This guide introduces you to the key components of a conclusion and offers tips and strategies for writing a successful one. What can I include in my conclusion? Include a reminder of the main argument that is presented throughout your assignment. Use your conclusion to offer a summary of the main points. You can include a return to the bigger picture of your essay. What larger contribution has your essay made to the topic? You can include an outline of any limitations to your study. And you can include a discussion of future research which could be done. Now let's take a look at an example of a conclusion. This conclusion is quite short, so would be suitable for a shorter assignment. If you're writing a conclusion for a longer assignment, your conclusion should be longer and more detailed. Pause the video here and take a moment to read this conclusion and resume play when you're ready. This conclusion is from an assignment about the composer Clara Schumann. We can break this conclusion down into separate sections and take a look at the function that each section is performing. Here's the different sections. The first section, shown here in red, is a summary of the main argument in the assignment. So, whilst you will have outlined your main argument in the introduction, you should restate this in your conclusion. What is the central line of thought that ties everything together in your essay? Here we can see that not only was Clara Schumann argued to be a musician of exceptional talent, but she achieved this within the societal constraints of the period, and this main argument is restated to the reader at the start of the conclusion. The next section, shown here in purple, summarises the main points of the essay. So this part of the conclusion is an opportunity to remind the reader of what key points you made in your essay to develop your argument or findings, and what evidence, concepts or research you used for support. In this example, we can see that the author has used the diary entries and accounts of critical reception to support the discussion on the expectations of a family life alongside her performance, which was a key point in the essay. This section of the conclusion, shown in blue, is a return to the bigger picture of your essay. So in your essay, you will have examined a specific topic in depth. The conclusion is a good opportunity to ask the question, so what? Why does this matter? What broader implications does this have? How does this topic feed into wider issues and debates? In the example provided here, we can see that in using Clara Schumann as a case study, the topic has touched upon the broader issue of gender politics and music, specifically the marginalisation of women. This means that the essay has contributed to this broad area. The next section, only a short section here, shown in orange, outlines the limitations of this essay. So whilst in your essay you will have raised a number of important points, there will be inevitably things that you could not cover. Perhaps this is because of the angle you took on the topic, or a particular period you were concerned with. Now's your chance to justify the focus of your essay and inform of key areas that you did not discuss. This is not viewed negatively in any way. In fact, it shows the reader that you are aware of other avenues to explore, but chose to focus on a specific area. And finally, the section here shown in green suggests avenues for further research. Having discussed the limitations of your argument in the previous section, now's a good opportunity to suggest how future research might further investigate particular areas of your topic, or fill in gaps that you've identified in your essay. This way, it turns potential limitations into areas that can be looked at in the future. And all these sections come together to make a really successful conclusion. Here's some general tips and strategies for writing conclusions. It can be useful to signal your conclusion by using phrases such as "in conclusion" or "in summary". However, beware of overusing these phrases as they can sometimes sound artificial. Don't use your conclusion to add any new ideas or evidence, especially long quotations. However, you may wish to summarise the key evidence you used in your essay to support the central argument. Don't simply summarise your whole essay in the conclusion. It's useful to restate your main argument, but don't repeat every single one of your ideas in the conclusion. Consider dividing your conclusion into 2 paragraphs. The first one can summarise your main argument and ideas, and the second can discuss the broader implications of your topic, any limitations you've identified, and avenues for future research. For further support with writing conclusions and any other academic skill, visit our website at www.surrey.ac.uk/splash.